Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube station. I do this in a very casual setting. My office is actually across the street, but I choose to do these at home. It's kind of just cool to go ahead and fire away at these sitting at my dining room table. Anyway, thank you for listening. This is the home of the 5 minute or less video. I've been on national news a lot. Many of you have seen me there, and that's why you're looking at me here. I have a whole team of former IRS agents. We have about, I don't know, over 250 years of direct IRS work experience. We are probably some of the foremost experts in IRS tax resolution in the United States, especially on the offer and compromise. I do these videos for 3 reasons, so you don't get ripped off. There's a lot of crap on YouTube. I started this because I'm saying, my God, people are actually falling for a lot of these people reading scripts in a suit, having fancy books. It's all a bunch of crap. And I try to give you insider information from Internal Revenue Service. I've worked there for 10 years. This is all I've been doing for 50 years, is doing this work. And lastly, I try to educate you. And today it's more of an educational thing. Today I'm going to be talking about resolving your debt or past due taxes. The only way you can resolve your debt for past due taxes is through the offer and compromise program. I want you to know that. I worked and I taught this program at the IRS. I was very proficient at it. I used to accept offers and deny offers at IRS, and I was a teaching instructor. Peter Salinger in my office. He worked at IRS for 33 years. He was a group manager at an Internal Revenue Service, and probably worked over 2,500 offers and compromise. There's a lot of ads and everything on television and on radio, and especially social media, about, oh, if you over $10,000 or more, give us a call. Just so you know, most of these companies are lead generation companies. They're actually selling your information to companies who want to go ahead and try to sell you IRS tax debt services. You've got to be really careful, because you don't know who in fact is getting that information. So be extremely careful. As far as the offer and compromise, it's a specialty. It really is. A lot of people call me and they want to try to fill the forms out, and that's good. Have a whack at it. If you owe maybe 10 or 15 or 20,000, 30,000, I suggest go ahead and do the offer and compromise. There's 2 forms you've got to fill out, the 656 and the 433 AOIC. Remember, I taught this program. But if you owe a larger sum of money, don't even waste your time doing this. You're not going to get your offer accepted. It takes a high level of expertise to do that. And I'm just not telling you this. When you go through the process, if you get yours rejected, you're going to find out why. A lot of times it's just not filling the forms out. You have to look at the case in fact that you have and say, A, is this an offer and compromise case? Is it worth it to file the offer and compromise? And number 2, if we make some adjustments to your financial statement, are you going to get a better chance to have that offer and compromise accepted? Most of the time when people contact me and I do these offers and compromise, I don't file them right away, because there's things on those financial statements that need to kind of be changed and adjusted before you send them to IRS. The reason most of them are rejected is people do not understand the formula for acceptance. IRS is not going to take any less than the value of your assets. If you were to add up all the value of your assets, and let's say you owe $100,000, IRS is not going to accept an offer for anything less than $100,000. The other thing is IRS looks at the value of your money, and what most people do not know is that IRS is going to tell you how much they're going to allow you to spend on certain things, and that knocks most people out. So don't go running off and try to resolve your debt through these companies that you see right away. You really got to talk to people like us who know what's going on. If you're not using us, and that's fine, this is informational, make sure you're speaking to an attorney, a CPA, or enrolled agent. Why? They're the only people who are really allowed to go ahead and represent you for your offer and compromise. The other thing I recommend you do if you're going to hire someone is Zoom with them. Just don't go ahead and hire anyone and not know who they are. You want to know who they actually are by talking to them and getting a gut reaction. Anyway, my 5 minutes is over. If this was good to you, if you'd give me a subscription, I'd really appreciate it. YouTube values subscription, so I would appreciate you doing that. Thank you very much. You're welcome to leave a comment or a like or whatever, but thank you for the subscription.